Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Shay, and thank you so much for being here today. For today's video, we are going to be learning all about contouring, and I'm going to go through products that can be used to contour, how to contour, why to contour, and yeah, just kind of everything that we need to know about contouring. So if you're somebody who struggles with contouring, or you just aren't comfortable contouring, we're going to walk through this and I'm going to teach you what I know, and hopefully it's good. I'm not a professional makeup artist, but I do know a little bit about contouring. So if this is something that you're excited for, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and click subscribe before you leave. And yeah, I think that's everything. So we'll just get right into the video. Alright, so we zoomed in a little bit, nice and close. And first I'm just going to talk about the reason we contour and contouring versus bronzing, because some people seem to think that those are the same, and they are not the same thing. So the point of bronzing is to warm up the skin where the sun would naturally hit it, and just give your skin like that sun-kissed and a little bit of bronzy look. So bronzer does not go all over. However, it does kind of go in the same spots that contour does. So I'm just going to grab my most favorite bronzer at the moment, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It is loved and it smells so good. It just makes me think of the beach, and it's awesome. If you haven't tried this, this is a drugstore product and it's really good. So first I'm going to bronze. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to hit right here kind of on my cheekbones. So they, like I said, they kind of go in the same areas, so that's why it can be easily confused. But bronzing is just kind of messily, spreading the product around and giving yourself a little bit of warmth. And that's the point of bronzing. Just like that. So now you can see I have a little bit of color in my face and the skin is just warmed up. So moving right along to contouring. The point of contouring is to sculpt and define your features and your bone structure to make your cheeks look more lifted or more slim, and then make your jawline look slimmer, and you can also make your forehead look smaller if you have a 5 head like me. So it's just sculpting and defining the face a little bit more. Now, products. There's cream contour and powder contour. I'm not a big cream contour person. I personally just like to use powder contour, but you can use, there's cream contour kits all over the market. There's tons and tons out there. And then there's powder. I don't know what else I was going to say there. With the contouring, you put your foundation on and then you go with the cream contour, and then when you set your face with the powder, typically people go back over it with a powder contour to set it. So I just like to use the powder. I feel like that's just easier for me. Now, whenever I was talking about bronzing, you're going to want more of a cool toned color. I mean, not cool toned, more of a warm toned color. And some people like bronzers with shimmer in them. When it comes to contouring, you don't want shimmer in the contour. So, and you also want to use more of a cool toned brown, because I don't know why particularly, that's just what I've seen and read, and that's what I do. The cool tone browns are going to be more like this shade here. You can see the difference from this one to this one. This one's got more cooler undertones. So I use this one for contouring. And then I also have my Tarte Clay palette, and I use this middle shade right here, which is called Desert. And you can see that both of them are kind of similar. This one's probably a little bit darker, but they're on that cooler side. And for tools, I'm about to say utensils, for tools to contour, I usually like to use a bit of a smaller brush. This one is a fluffy brush. I also like to use this one. You can see that it is just smaller and more densely packed. You could try an angled brush like this one, Or what else was I going to use? This little guy would work right here. You want something smaller that's just going to fit right into that area under your cheekbone, and that is going to just kind of focus that product in one area. And then another option would be like an angled brush like this. I actually use this as a blush brush, but it actually says large angled contour, so you could actually contour with that as well. I would just try kind of a couple brushes and see what works best for you. So for today, I'm actually going to try out this crown brush I got in my BoxyCharm, and I'm going to be working with this Oaklan contour palette and this first contour shade right here. I love my Tarte contour palette. It is so pigmented. It comes off like a lot. So I'm gonna use this one because I can build this one up a little bit better without it just like packing it all on there at one time. So I'm gonna take my brush into that, tap off the excess, and where I first start contouring is right up here at the top of my ear. And then I just bring it under my cheek, kind of in the hollow of my cheek. You can take your finger and like press and see like where the hollow of your cheek is, and that's where we're going to focus our product. So I first start up here. I want my product, most of my product, to be at the top back here, and like gradually fade it under, you know, the more I come towards my mouth. So we're going to do an angle from the top of our ear to the corner of our mouth, but I'm not going to bring it all the way down to my mouth. It's actually a nice contour brush. So there you can see it looks really harsh, but what we can do is just take that brush that I used to bronze and just kind of lighten it up, kind of go over it a little bit and make it blend a little bit better. So now when I look face on, you can see that this side is more cut and sharp and more defined. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm brushing like more upwards than downwards. I want to keep this area from my contour down, I want to keep that nice and light, because if you drag it down, it's going to make your cheeks look kind of like sunken, really sunken in, and kind of defeat the purpose of contouring. So I kind of go in upward motions like that. So now that both sides are done, I'm just going to kind of go ahead and brush over that a little bit better to make it blend in. And I know it looks like super dark on camera, but in real life it looks much more blended and not as sharp. Alright, so and then the next place that I contour is up kind of at my top of my forehead, over the arch of my brow, and then I come along the top of my forehead, and that gives the illusion of a smaller forehead. Just like that. So now you can see that my forehead it like creates a shadow, and it makes the forehead appear smaller. And the same with the cheeks. It's creating the illusion of like a shadow, so that your cheeks look lifted and your face looks sculpted. And then the last area is down here on my chin. Hide the double chin. So just going right along that jawline, and you can see it makes a big difference, especially on camera. Goodbye, double chin. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Because it's there, y'all. See? Oh, yeah. What double chin? Who got a double chin? Okay. So that is the basics on contouring. I would just practice and get comfortable and see what colors and what tones you think work best for you. But you can see that sorry, I keep looking down at my monitor. I can kind of see like if it looks way too bright on camera. So if you happen to bring your contour down too far on your cheeks, there is a solution. So what I like to do is take some loose powder. Here I have the Maybelline Fit Me in shade 10. And you can just carve that out and let it sit and kind of bake, and then when you brush it off, it's going to just sharpen that contour and clean up those edges and make everything look perfect. So I'm going to talk a little bit about nose contouring. I am not the best at nose contouring, but I do give it a go every now and then. So I'm going to take this little tiny brush. This is a Luxie 213T. It's a little travel size. And I'm going to go with that same cool tone brown. And I'm just going to barely dab in it. And I'm going to start. So whenever I'm contouring my nose, the point of contouring your nose is to make everything look smaller and more pinched. So you can create two lines. The closer you bring them to the center of your nose, the more pinched and small your nose is going to be. So I kind of like to just start out on the, there's the bronzer on my nose, just right on the top of the bridge of my nose and bring that line down. Okay, so my camera died and we're back though. So I was just getting into nose contouring and talking about how the closer you bring the lines in on the top of your nose, the more pinched your nose looks. So I'm going to make one line here. Let me turn my face. Kind of on the top of the bridge of my nose. Okay, and then I'm going to do that on this side. And it looks really intense at the moment. And then what I like to do is come across the bottom, the tip of my nose, and do kind of like a little line there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big powder fluffy brush and just buff over those. And just kind of blend them out. Like so. So you could do this. I like to take my big fluffy brush. I just feel like it blends it out really quickly and really easily and gives me a nice contour. So I have already wiped away my powder and you can see that the lines are clean and the contour is good and sharp. And that is it for the contouring. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys and kind of showed you a little bit more on contouring. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll answer. I'm not going to do anything else on this video because I'm going to do an eyeliner video coming up, so it should be up in a few days, so look out for that. And thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.